What is going on, YouTube? It's Tyler from Mission VR, where it's my mission to bring you guys good quality VR content. So a little over half a year ago, I hit about 300 subscribers on this channel, and I released a video, the top 10 Oculus Quest games you could get in 2020, and that video kind of blew up and really accelerated my channel and almost launched it into the channel that it is today, which I'm super grateful for. I'm sitting at 6,300 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. Really appreciate all the comments you guys leave on these videos and everything that has happened in the really past half year. It's really been an amazing experience, and I can't thank you all enough. So thank you. Now, we're going to be taking and revisiting this video that did so well on my channel just because I went back and rewatched it, and so many of these games I don't even think would make this list nowadays because there's so many other games that really do fill the gaps of just being absolutely amazing Oculus Quest titles. And if you're playing standalone or you're playing PC, this list is definitely going to be for you because there's some really excellent titles on here that maybe not have heard of or are just looking for a new game in general, and this list maybe will help you. Now, that being said, I did stay away from games like Rec Room and Beat Saber and Super Hot just because they are games that everybody knows about. At this point, it's pretty much well known that these games are out there, so I wanted to stick with games that are definitely very popular, but at the same time not the number one title that is also known outside of VR gaming. So with that being said, make sure you guys drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's hop on into it. Alright guys, so with our first pick on this list at our number 10 spot, we are going to have a game that was on that list, and it is well deservingly so. This is Until You Fall. Now, this game is basically a hack and slash roguelike RPG dungeon crawler to some extent that is just ultimately an absolutely incredible VR experience. And if you're somebody that's really looking for a game that's going to be semi-rhythm based, if you're into rhythm based games, and on top of that, just have a progression system, have unlocks available, and have every run be pretty much different, when it comes to stats and abilities, this game's going to be for you. The combat is absolutely so fluid in this game, and the boss fight is actually really fun. Now, that is one downside. There's really only one dungeon, but it is very challenging. There's several difficulty levels. It's certainly not something you're going to beat within an hour or two. You're definitely going to put some time in this game. I think I have around like 20 hours on this game. It's a lot of fun, and it certainly is one to definitely hop into if you're looking for a hack and slash game and you want to get your character progressed up. Overall, a really, really solid title. I highly recommend checking it out. So with our number 9 pick on this list, we have a category that realistically I'm usually not a big fan of just because it's just not my style of gameplay. Maybe it's yours, but this game really is amazing, and that is Moss. Now, in Moss, basically it's a single player action adventure game with some puzzle mechanics to it where you're going to be kind of taking the role of a watcher where you're overwatching how the story goes, obviously interacting with it as well, but you're going to be controlling a small little mouse named Quill, and really you're going to be going on an adventure throughout this beautiful world in order to save your uncle. And this is absolutely just an amazing title overall. The graphics, the immersion, for not actually being in first person in this title, it really is impressive how immersed you can get into this type of game, which for me, somebody who really sticks with mainly first person games and VR, I was impressed. Overall, a really solid title, and if you're looking to sink some hours into a game and really get lost within a universe, this game's absolutely going to get that done for you. Now, with our number 8 slot on this list, we have Gorn, which the only reason this game didn't make the first list was because it hadn't yet been released on the Oculus Quest, where now it has been. Now, this is one of the most widely regarded greatest VR titles ever. Many people have said this just because of the sheer fun factor of the game. The game's graphics certainly aren't going to blow you away by any stretch of the imagination. There's not going to be a compelling, gripping story, but overall, this game is just a gladiator melee combat bloodfest that is just a lot of fun. The wacky ways you can kill NPCs in this game just really promotes replay value. You're going to have a blast doing it. You're more than likely going to bang your controller off of a dresser, a wall, or a ceiling fan. That's part of the game. That's part of playing in VR. You're going to get really into it. You're going to lose yourself in the world, and you're maybe going to break your hand doing so, but it'll be worth it because this game really is a lot of fun. There's a bunch of different weapons to do, a bunch of different creative ways to kill people. It's just one of those games you're going to come back to, and you may not play it for 8 hours in a row, but you're going to continuously come back to it over and over again. So with our number 7 pick on this list, we have a game that kind of took VR by storm of recent, and that is Hyperdash. Now this game is basically a team-based objective shooter that is everything that Solaris Off-Road Combat kind of promised, but didn't deliver on. And this game is so much fun. It reminds me a lot of playing Overwatch, but in VR. Obviously not as with many classes or characters or anything like that, but there is a strong variety of guns, game modes, maps, and it just overall is an absolute blast to play. Whenever you're pushing up an objective with your team and you got your pistols in your hand and you dash over to a new wall and you blast somebody else, while pushing the objective forward, it just has so many memorable experiences. And if you're playing with friends, this is going to be just an absolute blast to play. I highly recommend this game. It is one of the best ones, especially if you're into competitive shooters. Alright guys, so with our number 6 pick, we have Death Unchained. Now this game also was on the original list. This game is incredible. Overall, an absolutely fine video game that gives you such a good experience of being in a fantasy kind of dark universe. Now this is roguelite, so there's definitely some elements there. There's some great RPG mechanics here, just adventuring. There's a bunch of different worlds and enemy types, and they are continuously updating this game. They actually just did release a big update for it, so it is still getting content. There's overall a lot there in this game. It's a really fun game. It can be challenging at times, and if you're into the kind of Dark Soulsy art style and you're looking for a game that's going to captivate you and really just immerse you into the environment as you're doing so, this is going to be an absolutely fantastic title for you. Alright guys, so number 5 on this list, we have a puzzle game, which is a game category I'm usually not that into unless a game really does strike me, and this game did, and that is The Room VR: A Dark Matter. Now this game is absolutely fantastic when it comes to just puzzle solving and VR mechanics in general. There are some really unique VR moments in this game that can only be achieved through the use of virtual reality, which I think is really good because sometimes we get these games that are really pretty bare bones and they don't use any of the VR tech. Well, this game absolutely uses the VR tech to its advantage. In this game, basically, you're going to be investigating the disappearance of an esteemed Egyptologist, which, there's some mummies and, different things in this game that really just keep it a cryptic investigation type of game, and you're going to have a really good time trying to solve what's going on in this game overall. I really do enjoy this one, and I'm not some to enjoy most puzzle games, but this one was definitely magical and a great experience. Alright guys, so with the number 4 pick on this list, we have a single-player survival horror game called Lies Beneath. Now this game, it has some really unique things going on in it. And I think the most important one is the art style, the graphics of this game. They're not hyper realistic by any stretch of imagination, but they're cartoony in a way that kind of really immerses you into the darkness of this world, which I think is really unique. And the ability to kind of move objects around throughout the game is also another really nice feature. There's some moments in the game where you really can't see more than a couple feet in front of you, and you're trying to find your way through the world. And of course, when you're playing a survival horror game, that of course means that there's going to be creatures throughout the dark, or you're going to turn around and there's going to be something right in front of you. Now, the good news is you're not completely helpless in this game. You are armed to the teeth with a variety of weapons, everything from melee to guns, and you can blow things up. Overall, it's an adventure game, and you're going to be kind of on a story to save your father in this game, and you're going to really be able to experience a backcountry Alaskan town that is overrun by evil. Overall, a really fun game. Alright guys, so with our number 3 pick on this list, we have Call of Duty Virtual Reality. Just kidding. It's Contractors VR, which basically is Call of Duty in VR. This game is a shooter, no different than Call of Duty, and basically has the exact same layout as a Call of Duty game, only it's going to be in virtual reality, and there's going to be multiple different objectives. You can play everything from gun game to team deathmatch to domination. It's all there, and there's even modded Call of Duty maps if you're playing on PC. On Quest, there's not really a great amount of mod support, so you're going to have to be playing on PC to get that, but overall, the game is available on Quest, which amounts to a good amount of players within the lobbies to be able to play with, so you're going to be able to have good full matches most of the time, especially if you're playing at peak hours. This game overall is a lot of fun, and it certainly does give you that Call of Duty in virtual reality feel, which so many of us are looking for, that competitive multiplayer VR shooter. So with our number 2 spot on this list, it is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Now, I didn't actually play this game on the first time I did this list, and what a mistake, because it should have definitely been on that list, but it is on this one, make no bones about it. It's almost a miracle that this game actually runs on the standalone Quest. I can't even believe it, because the overall level, and this is basically a AAA video game, you know, that's running on a platform like the Quest, on a mobile platform. It's overall a really, really solid title. There's a lot of stuff to do in this game. You are going to get a variety of weapons. The basically kind of the zombie physics-based combat is just really, really awesome. And you're going to be able to explore a large map with a lot of different opportunities and a lot of different factions going on. There's just everything you would expect a Walking Dead experience in virtual reality to be. This game is it, and it honestly is a really solid game. You're gonna sink some hours into this one. And don't be if you're scared of zombies, I maybe wouldn't pick this one up, because there's gonna be some moments where you're alone in a house and you're gonna have to kind of fight off zombies on your own. So if you're looking for a co-op zombie game, this one ain't it. But this is overall a really, really good title. Alright guys, so with our number one pick, the best Oculus Quest game, in my opinion, of course, and this is so difficult to pick because there's just so many good games out there, but I think overall the most polished, smooth, and game that has the most replay value currently is Population 1. Now, of course, you have to be into competitive games to enjoy this game, so if you're not into competitive games, you're probably going to disagree with my opinion, but if you are into competitive games, especially Battle Royale games, this game is going to be amazing for you. I really, really love Population 1. I've put a lot of hours into the game. I think it's overall really fun. I think the shooting mechanics good. The guns overall feel good. Every match feels different. The developers are active in what they're doing. There's always new events going on, new skins to unlock, new things to do. The game overall is one of those games that if you buy it, you're going to keep coming back to it over and over. I mean, I've already put like 85 hours into the game. It's a really, really fun game, and especially if you're in the competitive side, that feels really good when you and your team win that Battle Royale and you take out everybody else. Everybody knows how Battle Royale games work. This is by far the best one in virtual reality. It's a really solid title. Graphics are pretty good. It runs really smooth. Overall, just a fantastic game, and I think it deserves to at least be talked about in the number one slot. It might be my number one, may not be yours, but it at least definitely deserves to be talked about. Well guys, that is it for this video. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, please do in the comment section below, let me know which one of these games is your favorite, or if there's a game on this list I didn't mention that is your favorite. I'm going to be doing a top 10 upcoming Oculus Quest games video coming up soon, because there is a lot of new titles that have been announced since the last time I did one of those videos. So I definitely want to revisit that. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that. Join my Discord server. Be on the lookout. I'm going to be doing a giveaway here pretty soon for a different type of game. So definitely check that out. Join the Discord, and I will see you guys in the next one.